Good morning. Welcome to another lecture on welding. Today we are going to discuss about electro slag welding. Let me take you to the core part of my lecture. Okay. So the electro slag welding. So we can call it as a modified version of submerged arc welding. I hope you are remembering the process of submerged arc welding. And if you remember correctly, we have a electrode, and then another important feature of submerged arc welding was there is a granular flux, isn't it, under which this continuous consumable electrode is submerged, which means the arc between the electrode and the job or the workpiece is submerged under the blanket of granular flux. That was a submerged arc welding. And here, in the case of electroslag welding, it's a modified version of submerged arc welding. And here also, as in the case of submerged arc welding, a granular flux and a consumable wire electrode is used. And we cannot call it as a arc welding process. It actually not comes under the arc welding process. I will explain while discussing more about it. So it is but here, if you note the third point, you can see that the heat necessarily to melt the filler material and the base metal are obtained from the electrical resistivity of molten flux. Okay, it's not directly from the arc. The arc is establishing here, but the heat from the arc is utilized to heat, and that heat is used to melt the filler material and the base metal. Sorry, the heat necessary to melt the filler material and the base metal are obtained from the electrical resistivity of the molten flux. And to make the flux molten, the electrical arc heat is used, and heat necessary to melt the filler material and the base metal are obtained from the electrical resistivity of the molten flux. Now if you look at the electro slag welding, um, if you look at the schematic diagram, you can clearly see there is a um, consumable electrode, and through this gate tube the electrode is fed to this region, I mean weld region. You can see two copper show, and these are the metals to which it is welded. Okay, actually this electro slag welding is used for welding the edges of sections vertically, like this. You can see two sections here. I want to weld the edges of the sections vertically, like this. It gets welded. Okay, so it is used primarily for welding the edges of sections vertically and in one pass. Usually these pieces to be welded placed edge to edge, usually like a butt joint. Okay, and as shown in the schematic diagram, you can see the granular flux. This is a granular flux which is placed between, I mean the gap between these two plates, the granular flux which is placed. And here you may please note that the gap between the two vertical thick plates to be welded is, these are the two plates I want to weld, and these two plates are also supported with or covered with two water cooled copper shoes on both sides. You can see that the cooling water is always circulating throughout these copper shoes. Okay, this is a support. And here also the process, the welding process is initiated by starting an electric arc between the electrode and the, as I mentioned, the process is started by initiating an arc between the electrode tip and the bottom part to be welded. Okay, the process is started by initiating an arc between the electrode tip and the bottom of the part to be welded. But please note that this arc is not, the heat from this arc is not going to melt the filler material and base metal. And this heat from the arc is, I mean, just for initiating the process, or this process is started by initiating the arc between the electrode tip and the bottom part to be welded. And using the heat from this arc, what will melt? The um, the flux becomes molten, granular flux becomes molten, and heat necessary to melt the filler material and the base metal are obtained from the electrical resistivity of the molten flux. Okay, so as I told you, you can once again look into the granular flux is placed in the gap between the plates to be welded, and the space is enclosed by two water cooled copper dams or shoes to prevent the molten slag from running off. The process is started by initiating an arc between the electrode tip and the bottom of the part to be welded. Okay, now what will happen once, see, this process is started by initiating the arc between the electrode tip and the bottom part to be welded. So arc gets initiated. Now what will happen from the heat, from the using the heat of this arc, the flux melts, right? The flux melts. Now we have a blanket of slag, slag forms. Now the arc goes out and the electric current passes directly from the electrode wire through the slag. So what will happen? The slag gets formed and the electric arc goes out and the electric current pass directly from the electrode wire through the slag. Okay, this is, you may have to note this point. The electric current passes directly from the electrode wire through the slag. What will happen if the electric current passes through the slag? There will be a resistance offered by the slag, isn't it? There are high resistance of the slag causes further heating of the slag. And when the electric current allowed to pass through the slag, because of the high resistance of the slag, which causes further heating of the slag and contributes to the heat to continue the welding process. And this heat is necessary to melt the filler material and the base metal. Okay. And if you look at some of the advantages, limitations, and applications of this electro slag welding process, advantages include this process is automatic, and also no joint preparation is needed, metal deposition rates are high, consumption of flux is very low, and it can, this welding process can be used to weld very thick metal plates. And limitations include suitable for thicker plates, not suitable for materials thinner than 19 mm. And its major applications include, and as you see in this picture, this is another limitation. It can weld in vertical or near to weld vertical position only. Okay, applications include, can be used to weld hot rolled carbon steels and high strength low alloy steels, and hardened low alloy steels can be welded, and also used for structural fabrication, used in shipbuilding industry, etc. Thank you.